Thank you so much, JK Network. With us, there is a companionship that is amazing because you are supporting us all the time. So that is a huge plus. Thanks to Philippines, now I'm married with a Filipina. I love her so much, and well, I have to cross around the world to find the true love, you know?
So, good afternoon again to our viewers and welcome back on our YouTube channel, Life as a Bilingual here in the Philippines. So, my name is Maeve and I'm one of the recruiters here on JK Network Services handling the European and Latin languages. So, for today's vlog, we have invited our successful hire and he is a native Spanish speaker. So, without further ado, let's all welcome Mr. Luis.
Hello, good morning. My name is Luis Guillermo Acosta. I'm 36 years old. I've been in Philippines for 3 years already. And en Spanish, bueno, mi nombre es Luis Guillermo Acosta. Como lo comenté en inglés, tengo 36 años de edad y llevo 3 años en Manila. Y a la fecha tengo un excelente trabajo gracias a JK Network.
Yes, thank you so much for your introduction, Mr. Luis. So, as you mentioned earlier, you have been staying here in the Philippines for 3 years.
Correct.
Yes. So, would you mind me asking what is the reason or what is your motivation to come here in the Philippines?
Well, actually, I was an assistant manager back in Colombia. And I have the chance to travel due to I got a proposal from the shipping company. And well, I said, okay, I don't know Asia. I'm really interested in their culture and everything. So I said, why not? That's what the reason that I came here. And also the 7,000 islands and more that are in Philippines is a huge motivation. And well, thanks to Philippines, now I'm married with a Filipina. I love her so much, and well, I have to cross around the world to find the true love, you know?
Yes, so actually it's Valentine's as well. So I would also like to greet you Happy Valentine's Day for you and your wife. So, as you mentioned, since your previous company offers you to come here in the Philippines, do you also travel to other countries or you only travel here in the Philippines?
No, I have the chance 10 years ago to be in Europe. I used to live in London, in the United Kingdom, for about 2 years.
I see. So, since you mentioned that you also stayed to other country, why did you decided to stay here in the Philippines?
Well, the thing is that since Colombia, my country, it's also we are very related or big connection with Spain and Philippines as well. Since we have, you know, in the big past related to Spain. I found here really familiar the culture, the food. The Filipinos actually are amazing people, very friendly, very kind. So that is really familiar to me. And to have my family in Colombia and to be alone here has been some hard. But with the Filipino culture, I still feel some warm family here, actually, with my wife, with my wife's family. So I'm not feeling alone any longer. And well, as I mentioned before, I'm married here, and for sure I'm gonna stay here for good.
I say thank you so much for your kind words about the Filipinos, Mr. Luis. We really appreciate it. And also, would you mind me asking, what are the traits or Filipino traits or personalities that you like the most?
Oh, well, even that you see the worst situation, you're always smiling and seeing the most positive way on how to handle the things. You are very calm and you are always kind, even with your own culture and also with all foreigners. So I really love that. You like to show the world and to us, the foreigners, your culture, You like to show, um, well, what is the country, how is the country, what is the food. So all those values, Filipino values, it's amazing.
I see. So since you also mentioned that, like you mentioned earlier, you have been staying here in the Philippines for 3 years. What are the things that you are missing when you are in Colombia, or the things that you miss when you are in Colombia?
Well, of course, I miss a lot my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I miss a little bit the food. As I mentioned before, we are kind of similar. For example, the chicharron. I love chicharron, and we have chicharron in Colombia and here. But I love the soups in Colombia. But here I found the sinigang that I love so much, and also the bulalong. Oh, I love it. And besides that, what I've been a struggle is because my city is pretty cold, even colder than Baguio. We usually, in a day, we have between 4 degrees to 15 degrees, maximum 19. But here is kind of hot, so maybe I miss the cold weather of my country.
Mm-hmm. So since you mentioned that it's very hot here in the Philippines, have you been able to visit any beaches here in the Philippines?
Yes, actually, yes. And recently, I found in Cavite, I found a place near to the beach that
Mm-hmm.
was really awesome. I've been in other places near to the sea. Also, I've been in Tagaytay, but more than the islands, I like to explore what is nearby in the NCR because I like to go in car. That kind of travel, I love it because you can see all the landscape instead in a plane, you know. But of course, my since we are well, I got here and then we got the pandemic. I'm not being able to fly to different places that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I will do it for sure soon that we are reopening. So that it's amazing.
So do you have any places in your mind that you want to visit right now here in the Philippines?
For sure, I want to go to Bohol. A Filipino friend, told me about Negros Oriental, that there is an amazing beach there. So I want to go there. I'm more to look for like Siargao, that islands that are not too crowded because I like to enjoy all the environment, you know, the natural things that are not too crowded.
I see. And since we already talking about traveling, Mr. Luis, if in case that some Filipinos would like to visit Colombia, what are the places that you can recommend to them that they can visit to your country?
Oh, well, that depends. In my country, we have that is a good thing that it's a tropical country, but you can find cold places and hot places. You can. We have actually my country is the only country in Latin America that counts with two oceans. We have the Pacific and the Atlantic,
Mm.
so you can see both in the north. In the south, you can find the Amazon jungle, so you can enjoy as well that they have extreme sports there. So it's really nice to enjoy. We have also Bogota, which is the capital where I'm come from, which is cold, but well, all the structure in Bogota is very colonial. Most of the downtown is really colonial, so it's really nice because it's the government palace, the Congress, and also Medellin. Medellin is the other capital, which based on what they said or the people said is the capital of the most beautiful woman in Colombia, which is I do believe that is true. Also Cali. Cali is beautiful. Is the capital of the salsa. The people that like to dance salsa, for sure, they have to go to Cali and Cartagena, Barranquilla, Santa Marta are really close. What is Philippines culture? The food because they are in the coast, so they eat a lot of fish, seafood. It's really hot. It's warm like here. The people is like here, so it's you can find different things to go in Colombia, but for sure I recommend it.
Thank you so much for that recommendations, Mr. Luis. So, how about the food that Filipinos or foreign nationals that we must try if we visit the Colombia? What are the foods that you can recommend?
Well, for sure, you will love it because we have avocado, and here it's amazing how you make things with the avocado, like ice cream. I never tried it before in my country, but we have a big avocados. So the avocado there is as well good. We have traditional dishes in Colombia. We have, for example, from Bogota, we have something that we call ajiaco, which is a soup made with chicken, with some rice, some avocado, some sweet corn. And also from Medellin, you can find something that is called the bandeja paisa, which has chorizo, rice, grounded beef, morcilla, some fried egg. It's a big dish, beans, so it's really delicious. If you go to Cali, you can find something that we call chuleta bayuna, which is like fried pork with rice, some cassava, platano cassava. And in the coast, of course, you can find all the seafood.
I see, that's good to hear. And I know Filipinos would love that because most of the Filipinos love seafoods as well. So, as a tourist, Mr. Luis, in case that we will go to Colombia, what are the common terms or words that we need to learn? So, can you teach us some basic words in Spanish that we can use when we visit Colombia?
That is really nice, and it's an interesting question because actually I found out here that we have a lot of common words like, cuchara, mesa, ventana, cortina. There's a lot of common words that we have. And actually, when you say kamusta ka, in Spanish, ¿cómo está? It's quite similar. Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's the greeting. The best word that you can say to someone is like pare, but that will be see parcero. ¿Cómo estás, parcero? Also, we have compadre and comadre, but we said compadre, comadre, mom and dad, papa, mama. When you arrive to the airport, the first thing is that you have to say is the regular greeting with the authorities, with everyone in the airport. You can say hola, ¿cómo estás? If you need to look for an address, ¿dónde puedo ir o dónde puedo encontrar un taxi? ¿Dónde puedo encontrar un cajero? Cajero is the ATM. Basically, our words, but we are quite similar. And also, good thing that in Colombia we have not like here, we're not totally bilingual, in English, but a lot of people is willing to speak in English, and also they want to try their English in Colombia. So as well, they can talk in English, and we will be more than happy to assist them.
I see. Thank you so much for that advices, Mr. Luis. We will take note of that. So in case that we can visit the Colombia soon, we can use your advice. So moving forward, would you mind me asking, Mr. Luis, how was your experience applying here on JK Network?
I saw the offer about they were looking for a TL, so I applied, and JK helped me to send my curriculum to like 3 or 4 different companies. I got the interview in all of them, and always JK was following up, was caring about my processes. You guys helped me in the entire process. You were following up with me, asking me every day how is everything, if I got the interviews. Was really, really nice. And actually, at the end, out of the 4, I got the 3, and I have to choose for one of them, which is the one that I'm right now with. And I'm really happy with this company. I guess that was the best offer. But the toughest, to be honest, was a really, I guess that is the toughest interview that I ever have in my life. Was like 2 hours with all management. It was very amazing opportunity because I learned a lot. So far, I've been almost 6 months with this company. I'm really excited. I have a wonderful team that I love, which are Filipinos, I have 20 people, which 19 are Filipinos, and all of them speak Spanish. So they are really happy with me because they are able to speak Spanish and to practice their Spanish. And I help them, and also I teach them new expressions, new ways to be more fluent with the Spanish. So has been an amazing experience, and thank you, JK Network. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much as well for your kind words, Mr. Luis. And we are very happy that you are enjoying your stay to our client company. And with regards to that, Mr. Luis, can you share with us your experiences with regards to the interviews that you attended? Is this have you attended virtual interviews, or you also went on site for the interview?
Since we were in pandemic, I did it everything virtual. About the experience, well, the interviews was really complete because actually was specific questions that will help me or will help the other companies that you were referring my curriculum to get straight to the point what they were looking for, and if I meet all the criteria that they were looking for. So I do believe that the JK interview was really important part of the process.
I see. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Luis. So right now, can you share with us, or can you give us a message, or can you give a message to JK Network?
Yes, always I gotta say thank you so much, JK Network. The only way that I can pay back all everything that you have done for me is to refer you all my friends and colleagues. So you will have the chance to help them also like you did it with me, and also my friends are gonna be assured that they are working with a great team that are really care and concerned about our necessities, and that we are looking for a job and well to stay here in Philippines. We love this country.
I see. So what is your message naman po to those applicants that who wanted to have a job here in the Philippines, especially for the native candidates, since the border is already open or the foreigners can enter the Philippines na po?
The first thing is that they have to give clear expectations to ensure that what they are looking for, so the job will be easier for both. I mean, for JK Network, so they can help them to look for the one that they are really looking for, and also to give the best ones that we get a job, because basically you are referring us to those companies. So also the way that we can pay back is our best behavior and give our 300%. So they will happy with us and also with JK Network.
Easy. Thank you so much for that advice, Mr. Luis. I'm sure that many applicants will be using your advice as well, especially for those native candidates. Yeah. So for the next question, Mr. Luis, I would just like to ask as well if can you recommend JK Network services to other foreign nationals?
Yes, actually, I refer some friends to JK Network. Actually, my brother as well, but he well, when he will be looking for a job, he's right now working, but he is going to move forward maybe in the future. And for sure, I recommend this JK Network. Actually, I have people in the place that I'm working with that they got their jobs thanks to JK Network in another languages. JK is an amazing company. I'm really grateful.
I see. And I would just like to confirm as well, Mr. Luis, what is your work setup as of the moment? Are you working from home or are you working on site?
I'm working on site. Still, we have, due to the last pandemic or the last lockdown that we have 1 month ago, they sent some people home. They asked me the option to work from home, but I declined it. I'm really healthy. I have all the measures. I already vaccinated. Actually, I have my booster. So I considered that to give the chance to the people of my team to keep working from home, but I will be in the office. I really love to be between the people or in the office. I do believe that home is for rest and the office is for work. And I don't like to mix up my things.
I see. So how was your adjustments naman po while working on site or working on your new company?
Wow, the process was, to be honest, really smooth. My expectation that would be different and harder due to all the measures about the COVID situation. Still, all the process, as I mentioned before, was very smooth, very fast, and really easy. The hardest part was the interviews for sure, but well, was successful everything, and I got the job that I was looking for.
I see. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Mr. Luis. So, what do you think naman po is the advantage of working on-site than working at home?
Wow, first thing is IT services, because at any issue they can solve it like right on the spot. The other thing is sometimes not all companies, well, we have several companies that offer internet here. Still, not all of them has the same service, or sometimes they have some connection issues that maybe will give you a hard time. But so far, I do believe that is that. Of course, that the people that we are working from the office, we don't like to use regular transport because of the pandemic, maybe because the weather. Still, well, the company that I'm working with gives me the chance to use the shuttle, so I'm really comfy. I'm really happy with what I have.
I see. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Luis. So, for my next question, what do you think is the advantage of applying on JK Network?
That you give us different possibilities. As I mentioned before, I got in my case like 4 different offers that will be related to my profile, and at the end, I have actually to choose one of them. They don't basically. I have just a few. No, I have actually 3 choices, and I have the freedom to look for the one who gave me the best offer. And also the advantage is that you are with us. There is a companionship that is amazing because you are supporting us all the time. So that is a huge plus.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Luis. Right now, Mr. Luis, can you share with us, can you share a message also to the native viewers of JK Network Services YouTube channel, like in Spanish, message in Spanish?
Sure. Invito a todos mis amigos, a toda la comunidad latina, a la comunidad internacional de los diferentes países y todos los visitantes que estamos acá en Manila, ya sea de manera temporal o permanente, a que se unan a JK Network, que están buscando una oportunidad laboral. Acá tenemos una empresa que nos respalda al 100%, nos acompaña en el proceso, nos guía y nos da una variedad de diferentes oportunidades laborales que es increíble. Los invito a que se unan, a que continúen con esta empresa que es fabulosa. Lo digo yo y lo garantizo porque soy parte de este proceso y para mí ha sido un placer contar con ellos.
Thank you so much for your message, Mr. Luis, and we are very glad to know that you are satisfied with our services. And actually, as we're checking, you are wearing the hoodie that we give to you.
The hoodie! Ooh. I love it. I love it because it's really comfy. It's actually, I use it when I go to the cinema to get the aircon, you know, when it's so cold. I actually use it in the office because when we have the aircon, and now that we are less people there, we feel more cold. Even that I am used to the cold weather, this is really, really helpful, and I love it because actually I have a travel soon to Colombia, so I'm gonna bring it with me because it's really cold there, so it's gonna help me a lot.
I see. By the way, Mr. Luis, you look great on that hoodie as well.
Thank you.
Yes po. So, thank you so much again, Mr. Luis, for your time today. So, before we end this interview, we will just have a mini game. So, it's like a fast talk. So, are you familiar with fast talk?
No, to be honest with you, no.
I see. We do understand, Mr. Luis. So, in fast talk, we will just give you a question or choices, and you need to answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
Yes. So, are you ready na po, Mr. Luis?
For sure.
So, for the first choice po, Mr. Luis, What will you choose? Adobo or sinigang?
Sinagang.
Sinigang. So, what type of sinigang do you like, Mr. Luis? Since we have the pork, we have the fish, we have the shrimp. What type of sinigang do you like the most?
Pork.
I see. So, I would also like to ask Mr. Luis, what is your most favorite Asian country?
Philippines.
I see. So, Christmas or New Year?
New Year.
New Year. So, summer or winter?
Summer.
So, summer. So, do you love visiting beach every summer?
As much as I can, yes.
I see. So, what part of the day do you like the most?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. So, city or beach?
Beach.
I see. So, next is coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. So, for the next choice, Mr. Luis, would you like to fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret?
Biggest wish.
I see. So, what would you like to choose? Country song or rock song?
Rock song.
I see. So, next is, what would you like the most? To get up early or, stay up late?
Late.
So, you like to stay up late?
Yeah.
I see. So, for the last question, Mr. Luis, Philippines or Colombia?
Philippines and Colombia, Colombia.
I see. I understand, Mr. Luis. So, once again, Mr. Luis, thank you so much for accepting our invitation to have you on our vlog today. We really appreciate it. And we hope that you have a wonderful day today, especially with your wife since it's Valentine's Day. So, thank you again, Mr. Luis, for your time today.
Thank you all for the invitation. I really have fun. I enjoy it. I'm proud to talk about JK Network, and thank you guys for everything. Happy Valentine's for you all, and I hope that you have a great day.
Yes, thank you so much again, Mr. Luis, for your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bilingual careers, JK Network is awarded as the best. We have jobs for Japanese, Korean, Mandarin, Cantonese, Vietnamese.